Hello, it's November 10th, 2015. I'm David Macmillan, and this is a Barth Type Caster. A couple of apologies first. This is going to be handheld, unprofessional video. I'm no videographer. And second, the type foundry in which this Barth currently is not finished yet. So you'll see things like scrap lumber to the left. In any case, this is a Barth Type Caster. It is a size 3.5 Barth Type Caster. That is actually marked on this part of the caster, which is the left-hand arm, which will hold what's normally present right here, which is a table or apron. In any case, that table or apron is currently over here on the floor, removed. Sorry if that shot just made you woozy. Okay, this machine, as I said, is number 3.5 Barth, or size 3.5 Barth. You can see, probably, up here, that it has a tag affixed to it which says 6003. That indicates that this machine has been equipped with a 60-point mold, and that mold is a type 03. If you look at the tables published by Theo Rehak in Practical Typecasting, that in turn indicates that this mold is a type B4 mold, which was associated with the Bruce Type Foundry of New York. This machine also has an identification number on it, which is 112. That is probably not an actual serial number indicating sequential data production, merely an identifying tag or number by American Type Founders. Provenance of this machine, we don't know when it was built. It was used in American Type Founders, of course. It was sold at the 1993 ATF auction. It was purchased there by Gregory Jackson Walters. I acquired it from Greg in 2014, in the fall. It's now 2015. By 2016, I hope to get this machine operational again. In case, on to its drive. You can see here the camshaft for the machine, which is large. I would point out also, just for the fun of it, that those are elliptical gears, which are rather unusual in engineering practice. If you look over here on the machine, you see a handle, which is broken. It was broken in the 1993 ATF auction. It has not yet been repaired. This handle engages or disengages via a clutch the main driving pulleys. These are the main driving pulleys on the left. Inside them you can see a clutch mechanism which expands inside the hollow pulley. It's actually fairly similar to the method used by the Linotype. Originally, this machine would have been driven directly from this set of 3-stepped pulleys, either by an overhead line shaft or an underfloor line shaft. Both are attested by 1902 at least. The underfloor line shaft would have been considerably safer because you could come in and do this with the machine and not have your hand taken off. At some point by 1902, Henry Barth began experimenting while the Cincinnati Type Foundry was still the Cincinnati branch of ATF and conducting foundry operations. He started experimenting with powering this machine by a method other than a line shaft. The initial method was to use a very large electric motor. Now we're going to come around to the back of the machine here and show you the motor. That large, square, rectangular device there was the original motor. You can see that it's a large motor. It has built into it, right up here, a geared reduction drive. That geared reduction drive drives an outboard pulley system here. This pulley system then, sorry for the glare there, drives very simply from the back of the machine to the front, the original, still unchanged, main pulley. One could reconfigure this machine for overhead or underfloor line shaft drive, again, if you wish. At some point before 1916, something caused them to not wish to use these motors anymore. Rather than just take the motors out, what they did is they took the guts of the motor out. You can see there through the access panel that the inside of that motor is empty. It's just a large hollow casting with a shaft running through it. I'm presuming the shaft was replaced, but they kept the gearing mechanism and the outboard pulley. What they did is they extended that shaft over to this point and attached another pulley to it. That pulley, in turn, is belted to a motor on the front of the machine. Again, no date on this motor. It's a GE motor. It's a standard industrial three-phase motor. To me, it has more of the looks of a 1930s motor on it, so I'm not going to guarantee that this is the original motor with this machine. In any case, that's about it for the motor drive. Perhaps some later videos and other